Good morning, student. Today I am going to talk on the appendicular skeleton. Last lecture we have seen the ribs and sternum of the human beings. Basically, you know that we have about 206 bones of the body, and each and every bones they are structurally and functionally important for the body. Now, this topic is the appendicular skeletons. Basically, this appendicular skeleton provides two of the most important functions of the body. First one is it is locomotion and manipulations of the objects. Okay, in human beings, it is total about 126 bone contribute to the appendicular skeletons, and there are mainly two functions are made possible by using the lower and superior limbs of the appendicular skeletons. As you know that this appendicular skeleton, there are mainly two types of the girdles which are comes under the appendicular skeleton. The first one is the pectoral girdle and second one is the pelvic girdle. As you know, these two types of the girdle you have been studied from the 11th and 12th class in the subject of biology, and it is a part of the appendicular skeletons, not any other bones, so that this bones is important. The lower limb includes the thigh, leg and feet. Okay, and pectoral girdle is known as the point of attachment for the upper limbs to the rest of the body, that is axial skeleton, and these upper limbs includes the arms. They are movement of the body and they are helpful to support their hands. Forearm, wrist and hand in the upper limbs of the body, and the pelvic girdle allows for the bearing of the body, the weight, providing the necessary support for locomotions at the same time. These girdle also serve as a point of attachment for the inferior limbs to the rest of the body, that is axial skeleton, and this point of attachment they are serves for their girdles. In the human beings, the pelvic girdle and pectoral girdle is the most important girdle for the movement, for the locomotions, for the sustainability and sustain of their weight. Therefore, these bones, the two bones is important. The lower limbs, you know, it is included the thigh, leg and feet. And the lower limbs are the structural segments of the appendicular and which are responsible for supporting to the body and the weight of the whole weight of the body. Now, the pectoral girdle and bones of the forelimbs. The pectoral girdle is commonly known as the shoulder girdle, as in the backbones of the body they are present, and it is made up of the two clavicle bones and two scapula. स्कॅप्युला म्हणजे एक वाटीसारखा प्रकार असतो जे आपल्या गर्डल्समध्ये प्रेझेंट असते, जे पेक्टोरल गर्डल्समध्ये. अँड First, that is, we have to discuss the clavicles. The clavicle is commonly called as the collar bone. They are present on the arms and is slender in the appearance. The shape bones serve as a connective point of upper extreme to the axial skeletal structures, and it is only long bones that lies in a horizontal position in the body, and it is anchored by muscles from the above. It helps the maximum freedom of motion for the upper limbs, and it also serves to protect the underlying nerves and blood vessels as they pass between the trunk of the body and limb upper surface. Now we can see this is the pectoral girdle, and they are attached with the these are attached with structures, and they have a presence of supraglenoid fossa, coracoid process, acromion process, glenoid cavity, superior border, subscapular fossa, and scapular notch. So these are the major 8 parts of the body they are present. Now the clavicle has following regions, that is medial end, lateral end, scapula and scapula. So medial end, it is known as the sternal end of the clavicle, where the sternal is present. Last lecture we have seen the sternal, how it is located in the body, and it has a triangular shape and articulates with the manubrium portions of the sternum, and this form the sternoclavicular joint, which is the only body articulation between the pectoral girdle of the upper limb and the axial skeletons, and it is a considerations of the mobilizations and enabling the clavicle and scapula to move the upward and downward directions during the movement of the arms and their shoulders. So this medial end is mostly important for their clavicle structures, and second is lateral end. Lateral end or acromial end of the clavicle articulates with the acromion of the scapula. The portions of the scapula forms a bony tip of the shoulder. Therefore, some sex differences in the morphology of the clavicle. As you know, in the women's and the male and female, they are different showing their body structures, because in the women's the pectoral and pelvic girdle may be broad than the male or men's. It is heavier in the men and longer, so that it is a difference between the men and women. The scapula is a common term of shoulder blade, and it lies on the posterior aspects of the shoulder, and it is supported by the clavicles. Then you can see the bones of forelimbs. These bones, they are found specifically in the hands, specifically in the various types like humerus, radius, ulna. And this humerus is the largest and longest bones of the body, and it is 2 extremities. So you can see this humerus is a major bones in the body. They are presents the various aspects of the body. It is almost cylindrical in the upper half of its extent, and prismatic and flattened below. And the upper extremity, it consists of a large rounded head joined to the body by constricted portions called the neck and two eminences, the greater and lesser tubercles. Head, it is nearly Here it is nearly the hemispherical in the form and articulates with the glenoid cavity of the scapula. Then neck regions. Neck is nearly the obliquely directed and helps in attaching to the articular capsules of the shoulder joint, and it is perforated by numerous vascular foramina. And the greater tubercle, it is situated lateral to the head, and lesser tubercle, its upper surface is rounded and marked by the three flat impressions. The lateral surface of the greater tubercle is convex and rough. We have observed this type of the greater tubercles. They are laterally surface found in the convex sides. कॉन्व्हेक्स म्हणजे वरचा भाग, जसा आपण तवा बोलतो त्या तव्यामध्ये वरचा भाग, म्हणजे आपण जर त्याला खालची बाजू जर बघितली तर तो कॉन्व्हेक्स, आणि आतली जर बाजू बघितली ज्याच्यावर आपण भाकरी चपाती भाजतो, दॅट इज ए कॉन्केव्ह. ग्रेटर ट्यूबरकल्स, lesser tubercles is there is a point. And second one is that is this is the ulna. You know this ulna, and this ulna having a long bone prismatic in the form and placed at the medial side of the forearm, parallel with the radius, and it is divisible into a body and two extremities, and it shows the body as a shaft in prismatic form, and central part is straight. The lower part is rounded and smooth and bent a little lateralwards. So that this process of the ulna, it is a one of the, you can see the coronate process, and this coronate process, they are the one of the long prismatic projections, and it has a medial side of forearm and parallel with the radius. It is individual into a body and two extremities. Thank you.